Module Overview. Agribusiness, by its very nature, is deeply intertwined with uncertainty. From climate variability, pest outbreaks, and fluctuating market prices to political instability, transportation breakdowns, and input shortages, a single misstep or unforeseen event can derail the entire farming season. Therefore, a well-prepared risk management and contingency plan is not a luxury. It is a critical pillar of any credible business plan. In this module, we will explore how farmers and agripreneurs can proactively identify potential risks, categorize them, assess their possible impact, and develop smart, adaptable contingency strategies. It emphasizes the necessity of preparedness, prevention, and resilience, not only to reduce losses, but to ensure business sustainability and investor confidence. What is risk management in agribusiness? Risk management is the systematic process of identifying, analyzing, and preparing for events that could negatively affect your farm operations, production, or profits. In an agribusiness plan, it involves 1. Risk identification, pinpointing all possible threats, internal and external, that could affect the business. 2. Risk assessment, determining the likelihood of each risk and the severity of its impact. 3rd, risk mitigation strategies, creating proactive plans and processes to reduce the likelihood or impact of these risks. 4. Risk monitoring and review, continuously observing and updating your risk strategies based on real-world developments. Common risks in agribusiness. Risks in agribusiness come from multiple sources and must be categorized. 1. Production risks: A. Drought, flood, pest invasion, disease outbreak. B. Soil infertility, poor seed germination. C. Machinery breakdowns. 2. Market and price risks: A. Sudden drop in produce prices. B. Lack of buyers or poor market access. C. Importation of cheaper alternatives. 3. Financial risks: A. Inability to repay loans. B. Delayed grant disbursement circa cash flow shortages during critical seasons. 4. Legal and regulatory risks: A. Changes in land laws. B. New taxes or environmental regulations circa disputes over land use or labor. 5. Human resource risks: A. Labor shortages during peak season. B. Lack of skilled farm workers circa health or injury of key personnel. 6. Environmental and climate risks: A. Climate change-related events. B. Unexpected rainfall patterns circa soil erosion and degradation. 7. Technological risks: A. Poor internet connectivity for tech-based farming tools. B. Data loss in digital record-keeping circa obsolete or incompatible machinery. What is contingency planning? Contingency planning refers to backup strategies and action plans created in anticipation of the above risks. It answers the question, what if things go wrong? A solid contingency plan in a farm business includes: A. Backup suppliers for seeds, equipment, and fertilizers. B. Alternative water sources, e.g. boreholes, rainwater harvesting. C. Storage facilities to delay sales during price drops. D. Access to short-term emergency loans. E. Use of crop insurance or disaster relief schemes. F. Digital platforms for selling produce when markets collapse. G. Health and safety plans for human resource disruptions. How to present risk and contingency in a business plan. Your business plan should clearly list. See the table diagram on the screen. Why risk and contingency planning matter. 1. Investor confidence: investors want to know you're prepared for adversity. 2. Farm resilience. Your ability to bounce back from shocks is critical. 3. Operational efficiency. Preventive measures reduce disruptions. 4. Cost management: planning for risk avoids emergency overspending. 5. Regulatory compliance: governments often require risk statements for subsidy approval. Tools for risk analysis. A. SWOT analysis: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. B. Pestle analysis: political, economic, social, technological, legal, environmental. C. Scenario planning models. D. Monte Carlo simulations, advanced. E. Climate risk assessment tools: FAO, IFAD. Practical example. Case study, Musa's plantain farm in Ogun State. Musa included a comprehensive risk management section in his plan. A. Drought risk. Installed solar-powered drip irrigation. B. Price crash. Risk. Partnered with local processors to offload excess plantain. C. Pest risk. Invested in biocontrol methods and weekly crop monitoring. Labor risk. Cross-trained family members to support during peak harvest. Contingency fund. Reserve 10% of revenue for emergencies. This preparedness helped Musa attract 2 million naira in private investment and secure an input subsidy grant from the state. Learning outcomes. By the end of this module, you should be able to A. Identify and categorize potential risks in their agribusiness. B. Develop proactive strategies to mitigate each risk. C. Create a contingency plan that can be inserted into their business plan. D. Understand how to make their agribusiness resilient and adaptable. E. Build trust with investors by demonstrating readiness for uncertainty.